50% of buyers want their agent to find them a home according to the National Association of Realtors home buyer profile. And what that tells me is that agents today need to start doing things a lot differently than they have been in order to survive as the industry goes through these major changes coming up. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do to get more aggressive on the home search process for your clients next. If you get some value out of this, you like what you hear, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell for notifications, or you can schedule a call with us with the link in the comments. So 50%, this was the number one thing buyers wanted from their agent according to the NAR home buyer profile that just got released in 2024. And unfortunately, most buyer agents, they have what I call a 3-point plan, where they meet or talk to somebody once, they put them on a property drip that's automated, and they wait for the client to call them to tell the agent what they want to see. Doesn't sound too aggressive to me. So I'd be looking at all the things you can do differently. And some of these strategies are things that good agents have been doing for years. And you want to be able to clearly communicate this to your clients, because if you're not, you're missing out on an opportunity, because there's going to be people like me and like our team that say, hey, here's all the things we do differently, just like we've been trained to do on listing appointments. And not a lot of people communicate that in the initial buyer conversation, or ideally the initial buyer meeting. The first thing you want to do is when someone tells you, hey, I want to be in this town, this location, this school district, I'm looking for a minimum of 3 beds, 2 baths. Don't put a lot of filters on the search. I would be filtering by location, price point, and if there's something they're adamant about, like a single family home if they're in a townhome. The less filters, the better, because the mistake a lot of folks make, that most agents fall into this trap, is they filter things too much, and then they miss out on other opportunities. They filter by square footage, but we know that some floor plans feel bigger than others, and the square footage number doesn't matter so much. So that's going to be step one. Don't put too many filters on your search. Then secondly, what I would be doing is letting them know, hey, Nick and Michelle, I know you told me you want to be in this town. I'm going to send you some adjacent towns that might be kind of close to that. Not that I'm thinking these homes are going to be for you, but rather I want you to see all the options that are out there. So I know some of these may not be for you, but I want to get you in front of them so you can see what the market has to offer. It's going to give you a better perspective. And that expansion to adjacent towns and other areas, and using the sprinkling of Phil Jones' magic words in there. Hey, I know you told me this isn't for you, but here's what I'm going to be doing anyway to best help you. That goes a long way, because you're acknowledging what they want, you're hearing them, you're listening to them, and then you're also providing other options in a non-pressure way. Most people complain that salespeople don't listen, and you want to make it clear that you're listening to these folks. So that's going to be number 2. Number 3, when people get really adamant about condition, you might want to bring some other options to the table. According to a survey from RE/MAX, 73% of home buyers are now willing to consider a home that needs work. So when people say, I don't want to do anything when I move in, well, I've heard that many times, and they buy a home that needs a new kitchen, a new bathroom, it needs a new roof, it needs all these repairs. Focus on the location and the floor plan, because then there's condition and price that can be compensated for. And if you bring these other options to the table, again, hey, I'm not sure these are going to be for you, but would you be open-minded to looking at a home that's in the location that you want, that has the floor plan that you want, and may need a little bit of work, and you have the ability to get it at a different price? Is that something you'd be open-minded to, right? That language is so important, so you're bringing other options to the table. 3/4 of buyers almost are willing to consider these fixer-uppers, so if you're not doing that, you're missing out on 3/4 of the market. So another great strategy to bring to the table. On top of this, I would be proactively sending homes, even if you've got an MLS drip going or a property drip going or an e-alert or whatever you call it, because that signals, hey, this person's looking out for me and they're keeping an eye on things, right? And when you're actively looking for properties, this is a bonus hack that my mentor John Collins gave me. Set up specific prospecting functions and spend 15, 20 minutes a day going in there for your hot buyers and looking at them and just saying, hey, I don't know if this got sent to you or not. This one might be worth looking at. Hey, would you be open-minded to seeing this home? Because the more product you show, the better perspective the buyer's going to get. So now you're going in there and showing them and not relying on automation, which may seem kind of silly. This will work. I've done it before. It's a winning play. You want to run that because it shows how proactive you're being. Number 5, targeting high days on market properties, meaning more than like 2 weeks. That may not seem high. We know the average in the suburban market in Philadelphia is just 26 days right now in terms of time on market through the end of last month. You got to look at your market stats, understand that. We know that buyers are shy about making lower offers. We also know that sellers tell everybody, hey, bring an offer, bring an offer, bring an offer. Well, what if you actually do bring an offer and you write up a lower number? You'll see where the seller's at. You might be able to get the home a little bit lower than you would if it was priced where your buyer was willing to pay anyway. We know this is another play that works. So target those homes that are on the market a couple weeks. That can go a very long way. So now you've got 5 different strategies to be more proactive when finding homes. And then there's obviously the folks that want to live on a certain street or in a certain subdivision or a certain neighborhood. You can circle dial those neighborhoods. It creates listing opportunities for your business. You can use the I have a buyer script. It's going to give you more credibility with your client, right? And you can go door knock in them. If you want to go out and build a listing business, leveraging a buyer is a great strategy, and it also shows your client that you're going out and looking for things, but they got to know exactly what they want. That's the caveat there. And the last one I got for you here is leveraging your network. Whether you're on a team and you know that there's people on your team that take lots of listings in certain neighborhoods, you know other agents and you're building agent relationships within the community. You know these people list a lot of homes. Don't be afraid to talk to other agents. Hopefully you're in an organization where this happens all the time. And if you're not, go in the MLS, look who's doing a lot of business and see if they got anything coming up. There's nothing to lose and everything to gain. And if you can bring that sort of opportunity to your client, well, you're going to look like a hero. So think about all the stuff I just laid out here and how different that is than putting someone on a property drip and waiting for them to call you. This is what half of buyers want, according to NAR. So if you want to convert more buyers, you want to get more referral business from the people that you close, use these strategies, play to the data because the data says this is the number one requirement of a buyer's agent, and go be proactive and stop being reactive.